Hey, it's day 148 of Hey, what are you doing today? And, a little late night action. Anyway, I was thinking day 148, and it's like it's kind of a mixed thought, really. It's, how far have I come? How far have I not come? Should I be much further than this in the process? Am I taking steps backwards? Am I going in circles? Am I really achieving anything? All those kind of thoughts are kind of hitting me right now. And when I think about it, it's day 148. I mean, I'm not even halfway there. I'm going through some big changes right now. I'm really wrestling with coming to know myself a little bit better, coming to know who I am, how I react to things, how I what my not so attractive qualities are, and things that I've become aware of, and that's creating such an interesting struggle, and a really big struggle too, because it's I think I mentioned this before. It's one thing to be aware of it, but then to actually change it is it's just not as easy. At least for me, speaking for myself, it's not an easy thing to do. But then again, it's 40 years of different habits ingrained into my psyche. So I guess I can't expect to change overnight, but it's just interesting to see the struggle that it's created. Also just the all the information that I'm getting and putting it into action. It's all that stuff that sounds great when you hear it, sounds great on paper, but taking it that next step and actually putting it into action, that's where the real struggle is, and that's where overcoming myself and overcoming the situation, all those kind of things, that's where the real battle is. But on the same note, I have to think that if I keep drilling this into my brain, for the next 148 days, I still won't even be done, So if all this time I've taken to get to here, this 148 days, and now I'm just making these big, what I feel like are big steps with myself. After 148 more days of this battle, I mean, where will I be from there? Hopefully it's going to compound and compound and compound. And I think about too, will I look back on these videos at some point, 10 years from now, will I look back and see how truly weak I really am, or whatever the case might be, see the mistakes I'm making, or see where I came from, see the changes. I mean, all those kind of things too. I was kind of thinking about that today on the outside looking in. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to look at these videos and be like, man, what were you thinking? Why would you have even had that frame of thought, or why would you even have been in that situation, or why would you let these things happen to you? Right now I see my life as an error, and I'm trying to dig my way out, work my way out, and get something going. That leads to another thought. I was thinking, with the business, there's a business that's coming back into my mind. I was really looking for like some kind of breakthrough idea. I think it might be a lot of us that are guilty of that, but something's telling me now, just do a standard brick and mortar, figure out how business works, get it going and be successful with that one thing, and then branch out from there, open up new doors from there, but at least get something off the ground, rather than waiting on that great idea to hit me, rather than waiting for that thing to come to me. The idea that's come to me is take an idea you're pretty confident you can be successful with, something that I can enjoy, something that even though it's not the end all be all, something that I could devote my time to and devote my energy to and make work, and then from there branch into another element. From there, use that as a stepping stone and a bolt, and really just get my hands wet, get my hands dirty, and get out there and actually do something. And it's funny, because the idea that's come back to me is an idea that I wanted to do. Probably would have loved to have been in this situation 2 or 3 years ago, where I'm in a situation where I can do it. There's no doubt in my mind that I can raise the capital, I can put everything together, and I can go out there and I can start doing this business that I have in mind. But it's something that I'm not totally engulfed and totally interested in, and totally passionate about. I could be very passionate about it. I don't want to sound like there would be no passion involved in it, but it's something that had I, 3, 4, 5 years ago, if somebody had said, hey, you can do this, I would have been so excited about. And now I've lost some of that fire, but you know what, maybe the element of that is that, you know, before I would have lived in a kind of a dream state about the business. I would have lived in a you know, kind of a fairy tale, whereas now I can take myself away from that heightened, elated sense of, you know, dreamland that sometimes I'll create, and actually look at it as a business. You know, what do I need to do to be successful? What do I need to do to make it work? What, you know, what kind of equipment do I need? What kind of product do I need? How do I make the product? How do I sell the product? You know, all those kind of things, and really look at it like that. And you know, I'm deeply considering taking that route and investing my time into getting this business off the ground. So there may have been a change. There may have been a, you know, a little change in my cosmic entity. But you know what's interesting is that some of the willpower things that I've been doing come into such a huge play with this business. Had I got into this business a few years ago, it would have probably been the death of me, the business that I'm considering. However, now I can run the business and keep myself outside of it, and just an interesting. I know you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I do. Anyway, so I just got to get some things figured out. Just got to keep trucking. Got to keep listening to the information. Got to keep reading the information. Got to keep learning and living and understanding the information and taking it in. And I need to really consider this project, and should I really start investing some time into investigating it? And you know what else is interesting? It's a perfect time frame. I mean, by April, whatever the date was, April 14th, I think I started this. By April 14th, to be out there and have the business up and going, you know, maybe even earlier than maybe March. That's such a perfect amount of time to get everything together, do all the research, get all the equipment, get everything I need, and then just boom, you know, cut my ties and just go out, and there it is, spring, and I'm getting it off the ground again. So we'll see what happens. But interesting thought that came to me today. So that's day 148. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.